So some of my favorite Emma moments from the show have been when she's kind of more vulnerable, her wall comes down a little bit. What do you think makes her most vulnerable, and how do you approach your performance in those moments?
I think that Emma is, she's very different in front of people than she is behind closed doors, and so I think that the beginnings of her vulnerable moments usually begin behind closed doors, but I also think that being reunited with Henry has opened up a part of herself, or forced her into a position in her life where she has to deal with emotions and feelings that she's never had to deal with before, and she gets much more emotionally riled up because of wanting to protect him and wanting to take care of him and feeling like she has this purpose in her life now of wanting to be a part of Henry's life. And so I think that usually what sets her off is something that has something to do with Henry.
Yeah. And tell me how you approached your relationship, your character's relationship with Mary Margaret, because you're mother and daughter, but you're also more kind of sisters on the show.
Yeah, I mean, Emma obviously doesn't believe in any of this, so there's no part of her that thinks that this woman is really her mother. But it's been an interesting relationship to develop, because at first I think Emma was really uncomfortable with how kind Mary Margaret was. I don't think that she's ever encountered someone in her life that was nice to her without having ulterior motives up until that point. And so once she started to realize that this woman truly was being kind for the sake of being kind and didn't have an ulterior motive, wanting something back from her, wanting to take advantage of her, wanting to hurt her in some way, her guard comes down a little bit at a time with her. And there are moments where it does feel like sisters, and there's moments where it does feel like mother-daughter, and sometimes it's her with me or me with her, so it's been kind of that ultimate exploration of what if you could be friends with your parents when they were your age, and what would that look like, and what would you know about them that you don't know about them because you're their kid. So it's there's always like interesting little discoveries in those scenes.
Yeah, and you're one of the few characters who doesn't get to go to Fairy Tale Land. Do you feel like you're missing out on all?
It's so funny because I get asked that all the time, and I don't feel that way. I love Emma, I really do. I really love playing her, and I really love how complicated she is and how unexpected she is, and that the writers are really devoted to her growing and changing, which is just from an acting perspective really fun and a great challenge. And I'm just kind of so in love with getting to figure out Emma that I would never want to trade that in, to go to Fairy Tale Land. If at some point she crosses over, who knows? Depending on how long the show goes and the way the writing goes, it'll be interesting to see what that means, But at this point, when they shoot Fairy Tale Land, I get a day off, so I kind of like it.
All right. Well, thanks so much. It was great to meet you.